and welcome onto the stage, John Pastor.
Do you know, have you ever felt that discounting sucks? You see advertising everywhere. Who here is guilty of taking advantage of a sale? It's only this week that I got 90% off. How crazy is this place? These businesses, you do not know what is the true value of the product or service that you're purchasing. Because all you have to do is just wait till Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you will find out what the true value of that service is. Because it's the value that they drop the price to. Now, I've found that businesses who constantly discount are doing themselves a disservice. And that disservice is that they're losing money. It's big money. It's gross profit money that they're taking away, and they somehow have to make it up by selling more. And that's really hard to do. It's not an easy process to cover. Research shows that 62% of people are conditioned to wait for the sale. That's retailwise.com. And it happens constantly. Discounting sucks. Value adding makes you stand out. Now, why do you want to stand out? It's because everybody in the marketplace is discounting. How many people do you know that is actually value adding? Very few. Very few indeed. So there's this one time where I understood what value truly meant. And it takes me back to being a child. Now, I had parents. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. These parents, unfortunately, as good as they survived the Second World War. They were displaced persons according to the Second World War Act. Australia was desperate, absolutely desperate, to grow their population. So they volunteered. And they ended up coming to a country that they didn't even know existed. They thought they were jumping on a bus and going to Austria. Oh, sorry, a boat and going to Austria. They had never heard of Australia. Now, they arrived here. Apparently, on their papers, they could speak very well English. Very well English. I mean, that is how it sounded. That's all they could say was yes or no. Now, 3 years later, they somehow had me. And then, as I'm growing up, I found out how dysfunctional this family could really be. And the dysfunction was essentially that over here, I'm sitting in the middle, I've got my father on this side, I've got my mother on that side, and they're yelling, they're screaming, they're arguing, they're fighting. I wanted out of that. I wanted to be someone different. They were living in, over here, they're living in scarcity and fear. I want to live over here in opulence and abundance. And how do you get opulence and abundance? It's not by discounting. Because if you're discounting who you are. You've got to make sure that you are as powerful as you can be and add value to everything that you do. Absolutely everything. So in high school, I mean, most kids would skip school. I skipped those people. We'll just check in on these. No, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. Let's leave them over there. So, while everyone else was skipping school, I was skipping home. I was dashing off to the beach every weekend. I was finding everything I could possibly do to be away from that. Then I found out that valuable businesses, they don't discount. Toyota discounts when they want to move their excess stock. But their sister company, Lexus, they don't discount because they value add. Same with Mercedes-Benz, same with Rolls-Royce, Cartier watches. They are premium brands. They do not discount. Just a quick exercise. Help me out with this. Say the word pots. Pots. Again, pots. 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 What do you do when you come to a green light when you're driving the car? Stop. Absolutely. You stop discounting. And the answer is really, you got to go. I'll leave you with three things. One, opulence and abundance is your birthright. Two, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll be among the stars. Yes. And the final one is, Winston Churchill said, never, ever give up. Yes.